Hi guys, welcome to Know Math. My name is Sir Bench Antonio, and in this video we will discuss division of polynomials using the method of long division. This lesson is intended for high school mathematics, especially for grade 10 students. If you are not yet subscribed on my channel, please hit like and subscribe for more of my videos and for you to get notified once I uploaded my new video. Division of polynomials. When we divide polynomials, we need to use the laws of exponent and some distributive properties. We need to apply these for us to divide polynomials. So here are some examples that we will going to get the quotient. Number one is negative 49 x cubed plus 42 x to the fifth power minus 84 x to the 7 divided by 7x squared. So let's do the first example. If you have noticed that we are going to divide a polynomial by a given monomial. It is only a one-term polynomial, or the divisor is one-term polynomial. So if we are to write it on the proper way, we have x cubed plus 42 x to the fifth power minus 84 x to the 7th power divided by 7x squared. One of the things that you need to know, or that you need to do first for you to easily divide the polynomial, is to arrange the polynomial into a descending power. When we say descending power, we need to start first with the highest degree or the highest exponent of the given polynomial. So if we're going to arrange the dividend, we have 84 x to the 7th power plus 42 x to the 5th power minus 49 x cubed. So this is already arranged in a descending power. Then divide all into 7x squared. Take note to check first if the divisor, or if the dividends or the terms of the dividend can be divided into the divisor. So for us to easily divide the given polynomial to a single term polynomial. So negative 84 divided by 7 is negative 12. Then by dividing exponent, so use the laws of exponent. X to the 7th power divided by x squared is x to the 5th power. We are to subtract the exponent as we divide exponents. Plus 42 divided by 7 is 6. Then x to the 5th power divided by x squared is x cubed. And negative 49 divided by 7 is negative 7. X cubed divided by x squared is simply x. And this is now our quotient. That is how simple to divide polynomial by a single term polynomial or a monomial. But how about if we are to divide this number 2? Negative 2x plus 3x squared minus 4 divided by x minus 3. So we need to observe now that the divisor that we have is a binomial. So once we have this type of binomial, or this divisor, we need to do first, or we need to recall first the way on how we're going to divide a single number. If we are to recall on dividing using the division house, we have 4 steps. The 4-step process. First is we are to divide, and then we multiply, then we subtract, and lastly is bring down the rest of the terms. So rewrite first the dividend into a descending power, and that is 3x squared minus 2x minus 4. So this is already in order. So divided by x minus 3. Once we divide polynomials by a binomial, take note that we need to divide only the first terms of the dividend and the divisor. The first term of the dividend is 3x squared, and the first term of the divisor is x. So that is the only terms that we are to divide. So 3x squared divided by x. So if we are to illustrate, 3x squared divided by x is 3x. So we are to align it on the terms that they are similar. So on the x term. Then we are done with the first step. We will going to do the second step is to multiply. 3x times x is 3x squared. So align it to the similar terms on the given dividend. And then we will going to multiply also the term on we will multiply the 3x into the terms of the divisor. So aside from x, we also multiply it to negative 3. So 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. Take note, if we are to divide only the first terms. But if we are to multiply, we're going to multiply all of the terms of the divisor. Next step is to subtract. Upon subtracting, we all know that we have this rule of subtraction that we need to change the sign, or we need to change the operation to positive. Change the sign of the subtrahend. From positive 3 will become negative 3, and from negative 9 will become positive 9. That is the rule of the integers on how we're going to subtract integers, right? So change the sign of the subtrahend and then follow the rule of addition. So 3x squared plus negative 3x, that would be now cancelled out, or 0. Then we have negative 2x plus 9x, that will give us 7x. Then the last step is to bring down. So bring down negative 4. And then after doing these steps, we're going to do again, or we're going to repeat the process. So we are to divide again. Divide only the first term, or first term's 7x divided by x, that will give us 7, and that is a constant term. So we are to align it on the term that are constants. Okay? And then next step again is to multiply. So 7 times x is 7x, and 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. Next step again is to subtract. Then change the sign of the subtrahend, that will become negative, and negative 21 will become positive. And follow the rule of addition. So this one is 0, and then negative 4 plus 21 is positive 17. And this is now our remainder. Okay? In writing the remainder, take note that in the polynomials, when we divide a polynomial p of x to the divisor x, that is equal to our quotient x plus the remainder. But the remainder is, the way we write the remainder is the remainder over the given divisor. This is how we're going to write the remainder. So if we have this, the quotient, that is 3x plus 7. So we have here now 3x plus 7. Then add the remainder, which is 17. We have here now 17 divided by the divisor x minus 3, or over the divisor x minus 3. And this is now the proper way on how we're going to write the quotient of the given polynomial. Clear? Let's try example 3. 2x to the fourth power plus 3x cubed minus 4x minus 16 divided by x plus 2. Okay, rewrite first the dividend. So we have 2x to the fourth plus 3x cubed, but notice that the highest exponent is to the fourth power. If we are to write the polynomial from the highest degree or descending power, and if we are to divide polynomials, take note that the terms of the polynomials should be a complete terms. So if we have x to the fourth power, we should have x cubed, we should have x squared, x to the first, and x to the zero power. For that polynomial to be a complete term polynomial. Okay? Since we do not have x squared, we are to add 0x squared term for it to be complete. Take note of that. If there's a missing term, we need to add a 0 term for it to be complete. Next, followed by minus 4x minus 16. So we have now x to the fourth, x cubed, x squared, x to the first, and x to the 0 as the constant term. Take note of that. Do not miss a term. If there's a missing term, then fill it in a 0 term divided by x plus 2. So following the rule or following the process of dividing polynomials using the long division method, we are to divide only the first terms of the given polynomials. So 2x to the fourth divided by x, that will give us 2x cubed. Again, 2x to the fourth divided by x is 2x cubed. So we are to align it on the term that they are similar. Okay, next step is to, again, first step is divide, second step is to multiply. So multiply 2x cubed to the terms of the divisor. 2x cubed times x is 2x to the fourth power. 2x cubed times positive 2 is 4x cubed. Then, the next step is to subtract. So upon subtraction, change the sign to negative, and follow the rule of addition. So this one will be 0 as 2x to the fourth positive and a negative 2x to the fourth is 0. Then positive 3x cubed minus 4x cubed is negative x cubed. And the last step is to bring down. So bring down the term that we have added, 0x squared minus 4x minus 16. Next, divide negative x cubed divided by x as our first terms. So that will give us negative x squared. So we will align it to the term which they are similar. So negative x squared. And that is the reason why we need to add the missing terms, because if we will not add the missing terms, just like this x squared, there's no alignment on the quotient and on the dividend. So it may cause a curiosity, or a confusion for you to solve this kind of polynomials. All right, so as we divide, we will now multiply. So negative x squared times x is negative x cubed. Negative x squared times 2 is negative 2x squared. Then subtract. As we subtract, change the sign from negative to positive, and follow the rule of addition. So this one will be 0. Observe that the first terms will always be 0. It should be always 0. If if in case that your answer is not 0 on that first terms, then there's something wrong with your with the process that you're doing. So take a look back and then make sure that it should always be a 0. Then 0x squared plus 2x squared is 2x squared. Then the last step is to bring down 4x minus 16. To continue the process, divide again the first terms, 2x squared divided by x, that will give you 2x. So we have now plus 2x. And 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 2 is positive 4x. Then subtract. Change the sign. Change the sign. Follow the rule of addition. And this will become 0. The negative 4x and negative 4x is negative 8x. Bring down 16. Continue the process again. Divide the first term. Negative 8x divided by x is negative 8. So we have here negative 8. Negative 8 times x is negative 8x. Negative 8 times positive 2 is negative 16. Subtract. We have here to change positive and then positive. Follow the rule of addition. Negative 8x and positive 8x is 0. And negative 16 and positive 16 is also 0. Therefore, we do not have remainder. And this is now the quotient of the polynomials. Okay? Let's try, this is example 4. Okay? Example 4. X cubed minus 7x squared minus 15x plus 18 divided by x squared minus 9x plus 3. So, observe now that the divisor that we have is a trinomial. So, there's nothing to worry about if it is a binomial or trinomial or more than 3 terms. Just follow the process that we are doing in long division method. So let's write the dividend. X cubed minus 7x squared minus 15x plus 8 divided by x squared minus 9x plus 3. We do not have a missing term, so that's why we will not add a 0 term. Okay, so let's write the process for us to follow. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So for you to memorize the process. So x cubed divided by x squared, that is x cubed divided by x squared, that will give us x. And that x will be aligned on the same term, which is 15x. Okay, and then multiply. X times x squared is x cubed. X squared minus negative 9x is negative 9x squared. And x times 3 is positive 3x. Again, observe the alignment of the terms for you to do the process properly. Then subtract. Change the sign to negative. This will become positive and this will become negative. Follow the rule of addition. Subtract. Then we have now 0. Negative 7 and positive 9, that will give us a 2. And then followed by x squared. Negative 15 and negative 3 is negative 18 followed by x. And last step is to bring down positive 8. Again, step by step, divide the first terms. 2x squared divided by x squared, simply 2. Okay, so that is positive 2. On the constant terms, alignment. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18x. 2 times 3 is positive 6. Then subtract. We have here now change the sign to negative, and then this is positive, this is negative, and follow the rule of addition. So this will be 0. Then negative 18x and positive 18x is also 0. Then 8 minus 6, or positive 8 and negative 6, is positive 2. And this is our remainder. So for us to write the quotient, this will become x plus 2 plus the remainder 2 over the divisor x squared minus 9x plus 3. And this is now the quotient of the polynomials. Let's try next example. So just disregard the numbering. Alright, we have here x to the 4th minus 7x cubed plus 8x squared minus x plus 1. So we have here x to the 4th minus 7x cubed plus 8x squared minus x plus 1. So we do not have a missing term. So that's why it is a complete term. So we do not need to add 0 on our dividend. But observe in our divisor, there's a missing term. As it is x squared, it should have x to the 1st and x to the 0 power. So we will now add a term which is on x. So the divisor would be x squared plus 0x plus, or I mean minus 2. Okay. So with this, we can now continue or do the process again. Now, first step is to divide, multiply, subtract, and to bring down. Divide the first terms. X to the 4th divided by x squared is x squared. So align it to the terms that they are similar. For x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. X squared times 0x, that is 0. Okay, that is 0x cubed. X squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. Okay, so alignment again, change to negative. So there's nothing to change because it is 0. So let's erase. Then change to positive. And follow the rule of addition. Then cancel. Negative 7x cubed, just bring down. Then 8x squared plus 2x squared, that will give us 10x squared. Then bring down negative x plus 1. Continue the process. 7x cubed divided by x squared. So we have 7x cubed divided by x squared is negative 7x. So we have negative 7x. Okay, negative 7x times x squared is negative 7x cubed. Negative 7x times 0x, simply 0x squared. Negative 7x times negative 2 is positive 14x. Subtract. We have now to change the sign. Then nothing to change in 0. And then we have negative. So follow the rule of addition. We have now 0 here on the first terms. Then bring down positive 10x squared. Negative x and negative 14 is negative 15x, and then plus 1 to bring down. Continue. 10x squared divided by x squared is 10. So we have now positive 10. 10 times x squared is 10x squared. 10 times 0 is 0x. And 10 times negative 2 is negative 20. And then subtract. change the sign, nothing to change in 0, and then positive. So this will become 0, bring down negative 15x, and then we have now here a positive 21. To continue, negative 15x divided by x squared. Notice that we cannot divide this, as we have here first and then second on the denominator as their exponent, so it is not possible to divide, else it will become a negative exponent. So therefore, this is now our remainder. So as we write our remainder, plus negative 15x plus 21 divided by the divisor x squared minus 2. And this is now our quotient. Alright, so I hope you have learned something in how to divide polynomials using the long division method. And I have this math challenge for you. Try to solve or try to divide x cubed plus 8 by x squared minus 2x plus 4. If you have your answer, guys, just comment down below and I'll be happy to assist you. If you are not yet subscribed on my channel, please hit like and subscribe for more of my videos and for you to get notified once I uploaded my new video. Thank you for watching.